Ethan Griffin here. Today we're going to be reacting to Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog Death Battle. Personally, I'd much rather not see two beloved cartoon dog icons go at it. Mostly because I myself am a dog lover. But hopefully things won't go too south for this matchup. How is this battle gonna pan out? Well, let's find out, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications. Now, without further ado, let's get into this.
Episode of Death Battle sponsored by Shady Rays. Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris, man's best friend, the dog. No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even, and maybe especially, these two yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats. Or dogs. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Pretty much everywhere.
A question
From
as
cartoons
old as
to
time
comics,
itself.
From video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time, he's the greatest.
Yeah, personally, I don't really care for the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. It's been years since I've actually seen one. I think the last one I saw was The Curse of Crystal Lake, or something to that matter. But again, it's been quite a few years since I've actually seen one.
Dane since Hamlet.
But his monumental presence in popular culture belies his humble origins. Born to Momsy and Dada Doo in Doosville, USA.
Hold on. Yeah. Scooby-Doo, yes, full name. Species is Great Dane, yes. Anunnaki? Alright, height, weight, age, 7 and dog years. Of course, has a driver's license. And shares the same birthday as Bigfoot. And is friends with Courage.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their powers combined, they are Mystery Incorporated, a cadre of snot-nosed teenagers traveling the Nixon-era United States in a cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light, because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything
but
imaginable.
everyone still loves
and
Scooby,
his only motivation
nonetheless.
is his delicious Scooby snacks.
Which makes it so baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life He went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he'd been fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, man.
awkward.
If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks, but then one day, the mask did not come off.
That's right. It's terror time again.
Scooby has been intermittently dealing with real supernatural threats since the 1980s.
The monsters started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those Scooby snacks? They started to...
Scooby Snacks, Mystery Machine, Super Spooker 3000, The Time Scepter, Wonder Wand, Invisible Man Band Suit, Instant Monster Ray, Sword of Fate, the Tome of Doom, and of course the Chest of Demons. Yeah. You gotta love the intro to the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. And quite frankly, I kind of liked the movies from that era. Ghoul School, Reluctant Werewolf, and the Boo Brothers. I'm hoping that if they do decide to do any more original movies, that they touch on one of those three storylines a bit more.
to give him a physical boost in strength, kind of like Popeye's spinach.
That's nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackleford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them...
Ooh, nanite Scooby snacks from Scooby-Doo and Shaggy Get a Clue. Alright, they include Blimp, Cloning, Magnet, Supersized, Shrink, Dolphin, Flight, Super Elasto, Supersonic, Duplicating, Panther, Force Field, Invisibility, Monster, and anything from his
them
pockets.
a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic armor, force field, super intelligence, and Panther!
Yeah, nanomachines, dog! And we're just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or...
Alright, abilities include Toon Force, Squash and Stretch Body, complete with Elasticity, Shape-Shifting, and Duplication, along with Flight and Levitation, Plot Manipulation, Hammer Space, Size Manipulation, Fourth Wall Awareness, Time Manipulation, Imagination Creation, and Painting Hopping.
just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons.
While Scooby has used plot manipulation comedically, he has never used it offensively to attack an opponent.
Like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp,
While typically used to trap all manners of ghosts and demons, one of the 13 ghosts was a mortal man who had their mortality stripped by the chest itself. Yeah, from the Curse of the 13th Ghost. Vincent van Gogh's ancestor, Asamad, I think that's what his name was.
your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time and successfully performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
That's right. Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh omnipotent mascot.
Alright. What he's done for a Scooby snack. Alright. He's trapped 12 of the 13 ghosts, wielded a yellow lantern ring, didn't notice that, was a teacher at the ghoul school, ran backwards in time, tossed a T-Rex skeleton, I think that was when he was trying to put it back together, swapped heads with Shaggy, I don't think I remember that, and defeated Simone Lenoir, Professor Pericles, Dick Dastardly, and Scrappy-Doo.
Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made a member of the Mystery Analysts of Gotham by Batman himself.
Yes, Batman, the world's greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby-Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving the world with his found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what? We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bagg.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid Wiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry, but who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage is an adorable pink beagle.
Alright. Curry. Name Courage. Species Beagle. Height. Beagle-sized. Obviously. Owners Muriel and Eustace Bagg. Nicknames Stupid Dog, Dear Boy, and Leon? Not named Stinky Lulu, thank goodness. Can lay 14-karat golden eggs, and friends with Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I grew up with Courage the Cowardly Dog. And one of my favorite episodes has to be King Ramses' Curse. Because just looking back at that episode, you have to appreciate just how masterfully done it was.
With a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles are hare hunters with intense separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off. All of which fits Courage to a T, especially the howling part.
To be fair, Courage has a lot to howl about. Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good thing he's kind of a genius. He's a
What is
brilliant
his name?
engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly, and he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to
Alright, let's
grappling
see
hook.
his arsenal. We've got a ray gun, mallet, the magic tree of nowhere, his computer, banishment spell, the god bone, flamethrower, giant chainsaw, mind control helmet and remote, instant quicksand, gas mask, and the dark matter meteor from the crossover movie with Scooby.
Hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist even the most delicious of treats.
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his ass anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
My sisters and I think that Courage might be able to pull anything he wants out of the black spots on his back.
Thanks to his computer named Computer. A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to
let's see his abilities. Toon Force, Squash and Stretch Body, Elasticity, Shapeshifting, and Duplication. Oh, looks like he's got all the same abilities as Scooby.
microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half, or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely, without even ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting
I
gods
can
just as
relate to
powerful as
that.
himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Then Courage got shot out of a cannon that
The
punched him.
things he's done for love. He's performed an exorcism, tanked a nuclear explosion, physically created a tidal wave, survived being pulverized to dust, pummeled by the Valkyries in Valhalla, ran the sun's radius in 8 seconds, defeated the evil Empress, Dr. Jalost, Rumpelstiltskin, Mecha Courage,
Through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he was fine.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars in his hands, and scream so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day. A depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true Prince of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace!
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes like a Legion of Doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of dodgeball.
He gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster hunting hound, Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of Nowhere's.
Alright, the Straight Out of Nowhere crossover gave Courage a legitimate finale and an explanation for Nowhere's supernatural phenomena Because of this, it will be considered canon to both dogs.
There's weirdness, a dark matter meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs, its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the Bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
Right, because the true definition of courage is being able to take a stand even when you're scared to death and unwilling to do anything, which embodies courage immensely, considering everything he's been through.
This episode of Death Battle. Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dog battle! Oh, God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
Yeah, definitely don't want to phrase it like that.
Ariel? Ariel! Ariel! Maggie? Maggie? Maggie! Turbans, road rhythm, me?
Wait, what are they saying?
Road rhythm, me? Turbans, road rhythm, me? What do I do? What do I do?
I'm gonna assume that's Eustace behind that mask. Oh yeah, that was a cheap shot to Courage. I love the hallway gag. There's Godzilla.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Come in here, big boy.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
The Zabrinsky Triangle.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
This could be bad. My name isn't Chad James. And it's not. Is it Chad James? And it's not.
gods! You made me look bad! What's
Called it. It was Eustace.
Ow! Ow! Cut it out! Well, Muriel, I hate that stupid dog!
KO!
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great North Central Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane cosmic...
Alright, because both Courage and Scooby were portrayed as on par with each other in their crossover, their physical stats were effectively equalized in this fight, making them a non-factor.
feats, you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Both were incredibly smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not...
Without Straight Out of Nowhere, Courage may still compare it to the Zabrinsky Triangle via his crossovers with series like Ben 10 and Billy and Mandy, Fusion Fall, Cartoon Network Block Party.
For their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it.
Neither could destroy the other's souls. Courage has only exorcised demons, and Scooby's Sword of Fate does not target souls explicitly. It only destroyed the Sword of Doom, which vesseled the Black Samurai's spirit.
Tunes with basically anything,
Oh yeah,
except
that's where the
for
Sword
the
of
Chest of
Fate
Demons
came
and
from.
the Dark Matter Meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the Dark Matter Meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing.
Demondo's magic pen, which is similar to the Dark Matter Meteor, was used to escape the Chest of Demons. Conversely, Scooby can undo the effects of the Dark Matter Meteor with his own abilities.
time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody...
Okay, so neither of them could kill one another, thank goodness. And they were both equal in terms of strength, speed, durability, with similar abilities and arsenals. But Scooby had street smarts and the Chest of Demons, while Courage had book smarts and the Dark Matter Meteor.
He has to die.
Someone did, Wiz. Someone did.
Anybody tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, those were powerful.
Stop. This battle is a draw.
Thank goodness.
Hi, I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join button below. See what you're missing.
Oh my god. Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor? Ooh, now this is a death battle I'm definitely gonna look forward to. Anyhow, that should do it for today's video. And be sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell for more notifications. And until next time, this is Ethan Griffin, signing off.